If you own a small business of any kind, this is going to be a video that you're going to want to gather your whole team around the computer or send them a link because I'm going to share in this video what I believe are the 3 most essential things to running a great small business. And let me tell you what I've based this on. I've owned a number of small businesses myself. Over the course of my career, I've either owned or run 10 companies. 2 of them were multinational, and all the rest were small businesses. In addition to that, I've got a lot of friends here in Gainesville, Florida, where I live, that own small businesses. I've got several friends that own restaurants, a good friend that owns a computer company, several friends that own insurance companies, on and on and on. And I watch their businesses, and I'm making this video as much for them as for anybody else because I want them to understand that, truthfully, to run a great small business, even a medium or large business, but especially a small business, there's 3 things you got to keep in mind. And here's the first one. You're going to live or die by the quality of your customer service. I can't say this strongly enough. Insurance. I can buy insurance from dozens of different places. I can go on the internet. There is no differentiator in insurance except for customer service. As long as you have the policies I want at a reasonable price, the only thing that differentiates it is responsiveness, professionalism, knowledge, all boiled up into customer service. Restaurants. There are dozens and dozens of restaurants in Gainesville, Florida, but there's only 2 or 3 that I'll eat at. Dragonfly for sushi, Embers for steak, Adams Rib Company for ribs, and pretty much every morning for the last 17 years, Bagels Unlimited. Why? Well, there's only 4 things it takes to run a great restaurant of any kind, whether it's McDonald's all the way up to the highest end restaurant. There's 4 things which are called the moments of truth, the key things that must be right. Cleanliness, friendly service, food quality, reasonable price. That's it. If you nail those 4 basics, if you keep a clean restaurant, you got a friendly staff, good customer service, you deliver good food, good quality food at a reasonable price, you've nailed the most important things that most people look for when they come to a restaurant. And I found a couple of restaurants in town that every time nail those 4, but the number 1 is awesome customer service. They're friendly, they're knowledgeable, they know me by name, they're places I love to go. So we did insurance, we did that. Computers. Hey, listen, I can buy a computer on the internet from anybody. I can go run down the street to Best Buy if I want one. The equipment, the computer itself, it is not differentiated. I can get it at the same price or a lower price, probably from 100 places around the world. But what I can't get is a super friendly staff that's highly knowledgeable, that's extremely responsive, that blows my mind with superior customer service. So, as most small businesses should know, the number 1 thing that differentiates you, the only defendable difference in the marketplace, people can buy your products, they can buy your services, they can get it at the same price or a lower price. What they can't get is awesome customer service. Now, there's 2 other things that go into delivering great customer service. The first one is, and I just did a video about this the other day, but I'm going to say it again, you must own the voice of the customer. Own the voice of the customer. You've got to become awesome, and your entire staff needs to become awesome at listening to your customers, at giving them surveys and comment cards, and taking them to dinner every now and then, and watching them when they're in your store, and asking for their feedback, and having, through social media, through personal connections, through making phone calls, through sending them letters, through sending them emails, every way you can possibly think of to listen to the voice of your customer, to understand them as deeply as you can. What do they want? What do they love? What do they hate? What frustrates them? What are their favorite things about your business? What are the things that would make them take their business someplace else? The more you know about the customer, the more you build another layer of defense against losing them to one of your competitors. So own the voice of the customer. And then we'll hit the third one, which I mentioned earlier, is the idea of moments of truth. For pretty much every business in the world, there's only a handful of key things that must be, and listen to the word I use carefully, flawless. Absolutely flawless. I just said it in a restaurant. Cleanliness, quality food, great service, reasonable prices. Computer, knowledgeable staff, extremely friendly, highly responsive, can get what I need quickly, reasonable prices. We could go down, dry cleaner. My clothes come back on time. They're clean, they're not ruined, and it's at a reasonable price. Convenience would be nice, that's the next thing, but I'll drive out of my way to go to some place that's really good. I'll give you an example. The place I eat breakfast, Bagels Unlimited. It's 20 miles in the other direction from my office. I literally have to go 20 miles that way to have breakfast at a place I love and then drive 20 miles back to my office. but I'm happily willing to do it. Why? Great customer service. Really good food too, reasonable prices. The guy keeps the place as clean as possible. John Hill that owns the place is constantly cleaning up. They do that for a restaurant, they're constantly looking at it. Well, I'll give you an example. Here's the way to look at it for your business. If you have customers that come into your business, whether it's a restaurant, insurance company, a car dealership, I don't care what it is. If you have customers that come to your business and they use your bathroom, the bathrooms at your office, at your company should be cleaner than the ones at your home. They should be beautiful, sparkling clean, smell nice, maybe some fresh flowers. People should go in there and see that you care enough to make sure that your surroundings are insanely clean for your customers. So let me stop all that. I mean, you get an idea there, and you can see I'm getting pretty worked up because I understand how powerful this is. If you do those three things, ready? Number one, awesome customer service. How do you deliver awesome customer service? By owning the voice of the customer, listening to them, and then getting the customer to tell you what their moments of truth are. What does the customer tell you are the 3, 4, 5 things that you, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner, must be flawless at every time I come to visit you? And if you are flawless at them and you deliver it exactly the way you want, then by my definition as a customer, I'm telling you that you are delivering great service. So if it's responsiveness, cleanliness, friendliness, knowledge, I don't know what it is for your business, but if you listen to your customers, they will tell you what it is. Then you need to create the processes and the systems, and you need to get your entire staff just absolutely fanatically dedicated to flawlessly delivering those moments of truth consistently day in and day out for every single customer and wowing them with great customer service. You got to nail those basics. If you don't do that, you have not earned the right to be in business. So I hope that you will take this video to heart. I hope you share it with your entire staff. I hope you have a discussion about it, but more than anything, I hope you take massive action on these 3 ideas, because after 20 years of traveling all over the world, helping every size company from mom and pop startups to tech startups to the top of the Fortune 100, I'm gonna tell you, if you nail these 3 things, great customer service, voice of the customer, moments of truth, you are gonna be in the top 10% of companies that understand how to build a highly successful and sustainably successful business that's uniquely differentiated in the marketplace with customers who love you and love to spend money with you. I hope you found this video very helpful. I look forward to getting some comments and feedback and emails from you telling me how well this worked out for you. I wish you every possible success. Take good care.